Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Delight Tour and Travel, welcome to Magelang City Tour and thank you for using our services. Let me introduce myself and my crew. I'm Marcel Aulia as your guide today, and in front of you, there is our personal driver. Say hello to Bapak Yakob and Bapak Yakobus as our co-driver. Are you guys enjoy your flight?
I enjoyed my flight very much. The food and the drink at the airlines is so delicious and they treat us very good too.
Do you know anything about Magelang, Miss Mikaila?
Yes, I know about the Borobudur Temple, the world's largest Buddhist temple in the world. So I'm really looking forward to go there as soon as possible, Mr. Marcel.
Wow, Kaila, you're right about the Borobudur Temple, and we will go there soon, okay, Kaila?
Yes, Mr. Marcel, I'm really waiting for that.
Glad to hear that, Miss Kaila. As you know, our main destination is Magelang, but because the Magelang city doesn't have an airport, so we use the Yogyakarta International Airport. For your information, Magelang serves as a launching point for a visit of the sacred 8th century Borobudur Buddhist Temple and has a rich history as a military post. The city in Central Java enjoys a scenic location between the Progo and Elo rivers, located 40 kilometers northwest of Yogyakarta and 75 kilometers south of the Central Java capital, Semarang. This is the map of the Magelang. And Magelang is a pleasant place to explore, with a number of historical sites from the Dutch colonial era to see, including the drinking water tower that still stands in the center of town. While it does not attract nearly as many people as the better-known Jakarta, Magelang lively Chinatown, busy market, green park, and surrounding landscape of Las Hill, hot spring, and volcanoes make it a very and interesting place to visit. Terrific view from Mount Sumbing can be seen from many points across the city. And ladies and gentlemen, there's no different time zone between Jakarta and Magelang. And ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this place as you like. And if you have something to tell me, don't mind to ask me and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
How was your sleep last night?
I really had a good sleep. The room is very comfortable.
Alright, I also hope all of you are well and healthy, so now you have a lot of energy to do lots of exciting activities on this day. On behalf of our company, Delight Tour and Travel, I would like to say thank you very much for choosing and trusting our services. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Rumiris Laurentsa Siahaan, but people usually call me Varanne. I will be your tour guide who will give all of you an information that I know. Our itinerary today is we're going to do a Magelang city tour. Anyway, anyone can guess what place we will pass on today's tours?
It must be the Borobudur Temple, right?
Nope. Well, we're going to pass some iconic building in Magelang City, such as Alun-Alun Kota Magelang, ex-Hogere Quake School Te Magelang, two arch or Pelengkung, namely Buk Kota Leiden, the Flying River, and Stasiun Magelang Kota.
Wow, it sounds interesting, but I've never heard about all of the buildings before.
Don't worry, definitely I will explain every detail of this building to all of you, so I really hope we would have a memorable and wonderful tour today. Before we start our tour today, I want to remind you, if you have any question or request, you can approach me or just raise your hand so I can answer your question and help with your request. For now, are there any questions?
No, I have no questions.
Alright, if there are no questions, I think we can start our tour now. Let's go! Attention please, ladies and gentlemen. Please take a look at your right side. Well, this is the Alun-Alun Magelang. Beside Borobudur Temple, Magelang has an Alun-Alun or square, which is an icon as well as an attraction of the city of Magelang. The square is located in Kemiri Rejo village, Magelang Regency, Central Java Province. Magelang Square is a picture of beauty in the midst of the crowds of Magelang city.
Miss, what is this place for?
Magelang Square is the perfect place to relax from your daily routine. There is provided children's entertainment. Tourists will also be greeted by a statue of Prince Diponegoro riding a horse. The statue was built to honor Prince Diponegoro expelling the invaders in Magelang. You can also see the splendor of the water tower in the northwest corner of the square. The tower is a Dutch heritage that PDAM Magelang still uses to provide clean water. The age of the water tower is hundreds of years old. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next stop is on your left side. This place is called as the ex-Hugere School te Magelang.
Is this one of the Dutch colonial heritage? Can you tell me more about the history of this place, please?
Yes, you're right. So the history of this place is when during the colonial period, there were very few schools specifically for indigenous people. With the application of ethical politics, one of the things that was developed was the field of education so that a school for the natives was established. Finally, in 1834 in Ambon, the Dutch colonial government built the Hugere School, or better known as the Teacher Education School. Then it was extended to the island of Java. So the first public teacher education school in the archipelago was built in 1852 in Surakarta based on government decision on August 30, 1851. In the past, the government had organized the teacher courses called the normal courses, which were prepared to produce village school teachers. The schools in 1875 was moved from Surakarta to Magelang, and this is the building you can see on your right side.
Oh, it looks very authentic. Thank you for your explanation.
You're welcome. We go ahead to the next stop, which is the arch or Plongkung, namely Bu Kota Ledeng, the Flying River. Ladies and gentlemen, please take a look at your left side and right side, and also in front of us. This is the arch or Plongkung, namely the Flying River. But now, the people of Magelang called this building as Kalikota. Actually, there are three kinds of plengkung or arch that located at 3 points in Magelang City, such as on Pier Tendean Street, which was built around 1883. On the Hatengkoan Street was built in 1893, and on Ade Irma Suryani Street was built on 1920. Each of these plengkung is about 7 meters high and wide.
Then what is the uniqueness about this building?
Its uniqueness is in the location of this building, which is a waterways located above the road. So why was this building was established? The main reason and function of this waterways is to meet the needs and clean up household waste obtained from residential areas. Pipelines are made to float and are placed on top of a mound of earth that extends to resemble a fortress in the middle of the city. However, during the era before independence, this arch was also used by the fighters as a fortress of struggle. They often climb up this building to protect themselves from Dutch colonial attacks.
Thank you for your explanation, Miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take a look on your left side. This is the Magelang Kota Station, which known as Kebon Polo Station. This is an inactive train station located in Potro Bangsan, North Magelang. Magelang Kota Station was a large train station in the past that used to serve Magelang and its surroundings, and now changed to Terminal Kebon Polo. The station was previously built as an extension of Yogyakarta-Magelang railway line by the Netherlands Indische Spoorwegmaatschappij, or NYS, which opened on July 1st, 1898. This station was opened by NYS with the Magelang Sechang segment on May 15, 1903. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we will arrive at Purisari Hotel. It means our itinerary today has to be ended. Well, how do you feel now?
Today's itinerary is clearly very memorable for me. I just found out that the city of Magelang is no less interesting than other cities because it has many historical relics that are unique and suitable to be used as a tourist attraction.
Wow, I'm so happy to hear that. I hope you enjoy this tour and don't forget to tell your family and friends how unique Magelang is. Well, I want to tell our itinerary for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to visit Bukit Rema Gereja Ayam, Borobudur Temple, and have lunch at Stupa Restaurant. I hope tomorrow we can gather on time at 8 a.m. in the lobby. I think that's all for today. On behalf of our tour, I want to say thank you very much for your participation, and once again, thank you for choosing and trusting our services. I also want to apologize if there are mistakes that I made during today's tour. Before you leave, please double check to make sure your belonging has been taken off the bus and step carefully. Thank you and see you on your next trip.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Borobudur Temple. Let me introduce myself. My name is Salsabilla Githa. I will be your guide on the object. First of all, let me tell you the location of this temple. Borobudur Temple is located in Magelang, Central Java.
Miss, can you explain the easy way to get here?
The easiest way to get here is by joining a tour or renting a car. Will you enjoy your journey to Borobudur?
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. I really enjoy the fresh, cool air of Magelang City with its road lined with big shady trees.
Me too.
Oh,
I'm glad you all enjoyed the tour. Borobudur itself stands tall against the spectacular backdrop of the Menoreh mountain range that surrounds it. Entering the temple compound is easy. You can see that most visitors choose to wander around on foot.
What's the alternative way to wander here besides walking?
Alternatively, you can charter a horse-drawn carriage at reasonable price. Let me continue. This temple built between Anno Domini 780 and 840 during the reign of Shailendra dynasty. This temple, designed in Gupta architecture, reflects India's influence on the region. However, there are enough indigenous scenes and elements incorporated to make Borobudur uniquely Indonesian. It covers a total surface of area around 100-500 meters square. This temple is a marvel of design, decorated with 2,672 relief panels and originally 504 Buddha statues. The architecture and stonework of this temple have no flaw. It was built without using any cement or mortar.
I think the structure of the temple is like a set of massive interlocked Lego blocks held together without any glue. That's amazing.
I agree.
Well, this temple has remained strong even though 10 centuries of neglect. It was rediscovered in 1814 under the order of Sir Thomas Stanford Raffles, and in the 1970s, the Indonesian government and UNESCO worked together to restore Borobudur to its former majesty. The restoration took 8 years to complete, making Borobudur one of Indonesia's most valuable treasures. The temple is decorated with stone carving in bas-relief representing images from the life of Buddha. Commentators claim that this is the largest and most complete ensemble of Buddhist relief in the world, unsurpassed in artistic merit. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this image. This is the structure of Borobudur Temple. You can see that three zones, Kamadatu, Rupadatu, and Rupadatu, right?
Yes, I can see that. Miss, what is that?
The vertical division of Borobudur Temple into base, body, and superstructure perfectly accords with the conception of the universe in Buddhist cosmology. It is believed that the universe is divided into 3 superimposing spheres, Kamadatu, Rupadatu, and Arupadatu. First of all, we're on the zone 1, or the base of this temple. Kamadatu that represent the phenomenal world, the world inhabited by common people. Borobudur's hidden Kamadatu level consists of 160 reliefs depicting scenes of Karmadhiga Sutra, the law of cause and effect. Illustrating the human behavior of desire, the relief depict robbing, killing, rape, and torture defamation. A corner of the covering base has been permanently removed to allow visitors to see the hidden food and some other reliefs. Photography of the entire collection of 160 reliefs is displayed at the Borobudur Museum, which is within the Borobudur Archaeological Park. Now let's go up to the terrace. Rapudatu. Rapudatu presented transitional sphere. Humans are released from broaden meters. The 4 square levels of Rapudatu contain galleries of carved stone reliefs, as well as chain of niches containing statues of Buddha. In total, there are 328 Buddha on these balustrade levels, which also have a good deal of purely ornate reliefs. The Sanskrit manuscripts that are depicted on this level over 1,300 reliefs are Ganda Yuha, Lalitabhuswara, Jataka, and Awadam. They stretch for 2.5 kilometers. In addition, there are 1,212 decorative panels. Let's go up again. Now we're on the last one, Arupadatu. The higher sphere, the abode of the gods, the three circular terraces leading to a central dome or stupa, represent the rising above the world, and these terraces are a great deal less ornate. The purity of form is paramount. The terrace contains circles of perforated stupas, an inverted bell shape containing sculpture of Buddha to face outward. There are 72 of these stupa in total. Unlike the stupa surrounding it, the central stupa is empty, and conflicting reports suggest that the center void contained relics, and the other reports suggest it has always been empty.
Oh, wow, the whole structure shows a unique blending of the very central ideas ancestors worship related to the idea of the terrace mountain combined with the Buddhist concept of attaining nirvana.
This temple is very interesting. I love it.
Glad that you love this temple. Now I want to tell you fun facts about Borobudur Temple. First, this temple is exhibited at Thailand Museum. Apart from theft, the loss of statues and artifacts at Borobudur Temple couldn't be separated from the intervention of the Dutch East India's government. In 1896, the King of Thailand visited Indonesia and expressed his intention to have several parts of the statue from his temple.
Miss, can I ask something?
Sure.
Does the government approve the request from the King of Thailand?
The request was approved by the Dutch East India's government. 5 statues of Buddha, 30 stones with reliefs, 2 statues of lions, stone-shaped kala, stairs and gates, statues of Dua Rapala gods were brought to Thailand.
Wow, interesting.
Interesting. What's the second fun fact, Miss?
On January 21st, 1985, Borobudur Temple was targeted by a bomb that destroyed 9 stupas and 2 Buddha statues. The perpetrator of this bombing was a Muslim preacher named Hussein Ali al-Habshi. The background to this bombing was not reported in a clear and focused manner. Several sources stated that the problems ranged from religious conflicts of interest, and many more issues. Last but not least, Borobudur Temple was also rocked by an earthquake measuring 9.5, 6.2 Richter scale on May 27, 2006.
So you're saying that even though the Yogyakarta earthquake almost destroyed the surrounding area, this Buddhist temple remained firmly standing without any slightest move?
Correct. Lastly, the popularity of this temple is not in that. Borobudur name is increasingly widespread throughout the world. With this can be seen from the increase in the number of visitors every year. On average, Borobudur visitors even reach 2.5 million people per year. Any question?
No, Miss, thank you so much for your explanation. I just want to say that this temple is really amazing.
I agree. I need to visit this temple again later.
Let's go back to this temple again, Marcel.
Of course, Lauren.
Well, we're on the end of the trip. On behalf of Delight Travel, I thank you for choosing our services. See you on your next trip.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How was your sleep last night? I wish you all slept very well.
Yes, I had a good sleep last night. The room is very cozy. I liked it.
Then, how's your breakfast? Is it delicious?
Of course, the hotel restaurant has many varieties of dishes and all of them are very delicious. I have tried the kupat tahu Magelang, which is one of the popular traditional foods of Magelang on the main course section. It really tasted like heaven.
Oh yeah? Well, it's really nice to hear that. Have you put all your baggage and checked all of your belongings in your room?
Oh, I've packed my belongings, but I haven't put it on the bus. Could you help me put my belongings on the bus, please?
Of course, I wish there were not any left behind. It is my pleasure. Well, I also want to remind you, if only you still have any personal expenses, please come to the receptionist and finalize it. Thank you.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't have any personal expenses, but to make sure, I will check it to the receptionist first. Please wait a minute.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please go on our bus. It's the orange one in the corner of this hotel, and we are prepared to leaving for Yogyakarta International Airport.
Okay, thank you. I will go to the bus.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board of the Light Tour and Travel Bus. I'm Varanne, will assist you for this transfer out. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are leaving from Puri Asri Magelang Hotel and Resort. Now we are at Sendang Sono Street. Sendang Sono Street is one of the streets in Magelang, Indonesia. Sendang Sono Street was named by its location. Sendang means water spring and Sono means the Sono or Sono Keling tree, denoting that the spring is located under the Sono tree. Before 1904, the street was well known as Sendang Semagung, which functioned as the resting place of the monk who left for Boro area, the area to the south of Sendang Sono. Since 20 May 1904, however, by the arrival of Father Van Lith and baptism of 173 people of Kalibawang by using the spring water, this place changed its function to the pilgrimage place for Catholic people. Well, what do you think about this street?
I think the street is quite busy with people and vehicles. Besides that, I think the street also has a unique history based on your explanation. But excuse me, miss, do you say that vehicle, the one with the two wheels with the help of the horse? What is it called in here? Because in my city, it is called a delman.
Oh, in here we call it as a dokar, but sometimes we also call it delman too. Dokar is a traditional 2, 3, or 4-wheel transportation vehicle that doesn't use an engine but use a horse instead. The name of this vehicle comes from the name of its inventor, namely Charles Theodore Delman, a lithographer and engineer during the Dutch East Indies. The Dutch themselves call this vehicle by the name dos-a-dos, which is a type of a train where the passengers sit back to back. The term dos-a-dos was later shortened by the native of Batavia to sado.
Is this vehicle often used by the people of Magelang? If so, why is that?
Dokar has several disadvantages, such as it can only cover a distance that is not too far, hot, smoky, and incapacious because it's only fit for 3 people capacity. But however, Dokar also have an advantage such as pollution-free vehicle with a cheap rates, and also offer a different and unforgettable experience which can make Dokar often used by people, especially tourists.
Wow, thank you for your information. It was very informative.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on your left side, you will see the Mendut Buddhist Monastery. Mendut Buddhist Monastery is a 9th century Buddhist temple located in Mendut Village, Mungkit Subdistrict, Magelang Regency, Central Java, Indonesia. The temple is located about 3 kilometers east from Borobudur. Mendut is the oldest of the 3 temples including Pawon and Borobudur. The temple was built and finished during the period of King Indra of Sailendra dynasty. The existence of Mendut Temple, which stood at the same time as Borobudur Temple, lasted until the 10th century. Same as Borobudur Temple, Mendut Temple has been abandoned because the eruption of Mount Merapi. The discovery of Mendut Temple, when it was first discovered, it was buried in the ground and surrounded by shrubs. The restoration of this temple was started in 1897 and was finished in 1925. Are there any questions?
Are there any rituals that are usually carried out by local people at that temple?
Of course, during full moon in May or June, Buddhists in Indonesia observe the annual Vesak ritual by walking from Mendut through Pawon to Borobudur. The ritual takes the form of a mass Buddhist prayer and paradashina around the temple. To the followers of traditional Kejawener Buddhism, praying in the Mendut temple is believed to fulfill their wishes, such as deliverance from sickness, childless couples, etc.
Oh wow, the ritual sounds very holy and religious.
Well, how was your tour yesterday? Any suggestion?
Yesterday was so fun. I had great experiences. I felt extremely happy because I have visited several tourist destinations that I've never visited before. It is such an unforgettable and memorable experience. Also, I am very truly satisfied with the light tour and travel services. I like the way the guide and the driver is serving me. We visited many fascinating tourist destinations, and the activities during the tour did not make me bored at all. Besides the good service, you guys really have good manners and nice personalities. It really impresses me. But there is one thing though. I want to give you some advice about the time punctuality. Maybe you can choose a better road to avoid the traffic jam so we can arrive at the tourist destination on time and we won't waste too much time on the road. But I think that's all for me.
I'm very happy if our service is satisfying you, and thank you for your advice. We will promise next time we do better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we will arrive at Yogyakarta International Airport. Please get off the bus and keep walking to the entrance. Make sure there is nothing left on your personal belongings. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go straight to the check-in counter or by using a self-service check-in machine. Customers checking in baggage should proceed to a self-service baggage drop machine or to the baggage drop counter. After checking in and obtaining a boarding pass, you should make your way to a security checkpoint. Don't forget to check your identity card and boarding pass.
Is there any time left for us to look around the airport and go shopping for some souvenirs before the flight?
Of course, you can take advantage of duty-free shops once you have passed through to the security checkpoint. But I want to remind you to finish any shopping activities or food and drinks and be at the boarding gate at least 30 minutes before the departure time.
Oh, okay, I will be at the boarding gate 30 minutes before the departure time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this tour. Don't forget to tell your family and friends how beautiful Magelang is. On behalf of Delight Tour and Travel, I would like to say our apology for your inconvenience. Have a nice flight and thank you for using our services. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. It was a nice experience to explore Magelang with Delight Tour and Travel, and I hope one day we will meet again for the next trip. Bye!